Hello, we welcome you to the south side of Chicago as it's the unnamed Athletics taking on the Chicago White Sox at Wright Field. I'll just put it in the chat in a second, but first pitch is expected to start 1:10 p.m. Central Time, as that would be 11:10 a.m. West Time. I do wonder what it's like for especially a lot of these fans out west getting these kind of more morning start times. 11 to 10, it's not the end of the world, though, as you are playing a game in the central time location, so not too terrible of a wake-up. But yeah, let me just announce that real quick. Oh, wait. Wrong account, though. 1 second. Game 2 of the series, Chicago just absolutely walloped the Athletics in their last game, as we will get a bit of a report from myself, just though based on these two teams and how they're doing. You can also see a starting lineup for both sides. Stars indicate that they will be playing in the All-Star game. Is it Pacific time? Is that what they call it too? Hopefully I got that right. But yeah, first pitch expected to be 1:10 Central Time, 11:10 Pacific Time. As I'll just give a quick breakdown, pretty much for these two teams, just in a division that is ultimately up for grabs by anyone. You just need to get hot. The only issue is the White Sox are going on, not the worst, but yeah, just a little bit of a schneid. 4-6 the last 10 games, not the worst. But the Athletics, it's just become a huge problem with them on a 7-game losing streak, as they got swept by the Tigers. They got swept by the Marlins. Almost had that win against the Marlins after a Yuri Perez 7 perfect innings of baseball, and they took him out of that game. That will be infamous of the 2026 MLB season. But yeah, he swept by Marlins, swept by the Tigers, took a loss to the White Sox. The Athletics have not really won a I don't know why I'm saying not really. They haven't won a series ultimately since about last month, when they were able to squeeze a series victory against the Rockies back, I believe. The series ended on the 15th of June, which, as a Tigers fan, I myself get as well, as they went on a huge month of just completely losing series in May. But yeah, Athletics are really going to have a special second half if they want to make a comeback, which is still possible. For being 12 games under 500, they are only 5.5 games behind wild card contention, 7 games behind the AL West division, which is led by the Rangers, who are only 2 games over 500. The problem is you're fourth in a division where you're only 3.5 games behind the Angels, who are tied right now with the Royals for being the worst team in Major League Baseball. They are worse than the Colorado Rockies, who are a bit over at .406 win percentage. As well, another huge error with the Athletics is they are taking some injuries as well. You got Zach Geloff, who took a diving injury in left field against the Tigers, I believe, on That was Wednesday. As well, you also have their young star, Nick Kurtz, who also, I believe, took a thumb injury, and because of that, he's not in this lineup, and as well will not be in the All-Star game coming up this Tuesday. White Sox, it's going a bit better, like I said. Luckily for them, Murakami is back. He did get that golden sombrero in yesterday's game, only went 1 for 5. He will be DHing, and in just 2 days, he will be hitting some home runs in the MLB Home Run Derby. I'm still a bit upset that is on Netflix. Excuse me. You also get Miguel Vargas, who I believe he is not. I think he is starting. Wait. Let me check on that again. No, wait, he isn't starting. No, it's Ben Rice, yeah. Duh. And we do have an all-star starter, though, on this lineup. It's going to be Shea Langoliers, the catcher for the Athletics, able to easily win in that Phase 2 vote against Alejandro Kirk. Going to be screaming for the MLB to get rid of the fan vote till I die. But yeah, Langoliers as well as the rest of the Athletics just hoping they can snap this 7-game losing streak and finally get a series win. It is still possible since it took the game 1 loss, but you could easily win games 2 and 3. Just going to need some of that magic that in my last stream, it was the Phillies against the Kansas City Royals, and the Royals, who, as I said, are the worst team in Major League Baseball, were able to score in every inning they were up against the Philadelphia Phillies, against a good Christopher Sanchez, who had an ERA that went from 2.0 on the dot to 2.65, I think. But yeah, just going to need some of that luck. You do pitch against the pretty sustainable Brian Hudson. Hudson coming in with a nice 2. Oh, if it will load, it's just showing me Murakami right now. Brian Hudson, a nice 2.25 ERA, only 39 strikeouts on the year. I think he did get injured somewhat ago. But yeah, this especially this month of July, he's on fire. His last 3 starts. Let's go into the bullpen game. Okay. His last, though, only allowed 1 run in against Baltimore, where he only did pitch a third of an inning, so not his best night out. But last 7 games, 7 innings pitched, started and won, 11 strikeouts. The whip is a bit high; it's at 1.43, but only allowed 1 earned run in those last 7 games. And then you get Gage Jump for the Athletics, left-handed pitcher, who is in his first major league season, has started 8 games for the Athletics. Last 2 outings did get shelled a bit. June 29th, which is my mom's birthday, shout out to her. 4 2/3 innings, 11 hits allowed, and 5 earned runs given up. And then that game against Miami, where he pitched 3 innings, he got shelled again, 5 earned runs, 8 hits given up, 3 walks as well. About 4 minutes till game time. I'll formally address the starting lineup. As leading off for the Athletics, it will be Jacob Wilson, followed by Tyler Soderstrom, who will be the designated hitter today. All-star Shane Langoliers will bat third. Jonah Heim will follow him. I almost forgot, too. I did want to talk about Josh Kuroda-Grauer, who will be batting fifth. Lawrence Butler in the 6th hole. Carlos Cortez after him. Jeff McNeil number 8, and then Henry Bolt will be your last Athletics hitter on this lineup. Gage Jump takes the mound. And for that White Sox defense, out and right, Braden Montgomery. Center will be Junior Perez, left field patrolled by Random Grichuk. At third base, the other Montgomery in this lineup, Colson. It will be Luis Angel Acuna, shortstop, the little brother of Ronald Acuna. Chase Meadroff at second. At first, the all-star as well, Miguel Vargas. So 2 3-hole hitters today with an all-star spot. And then behind the plate will be Drew Romo. Brian Hudson, like I said, on the mound. And then the guy that will be rooting for these, for his teammates in the dugout will be Munetaka Murakami, who, like I said, just got off the IL, started his first game after injury yesterday, hoping for a much better game today. But yeah, before we start, about 3 minutes till game time, you have Josh Kuroda Grauer, who, I mean, obviously they are rookies that have hot starts to start their big league debuts. But Grauer has just, in 37 at-bats, he's gone an astounding 16 for 37 to start, not just the season, his MLB career. A 432 batting average, 447 on base. I mean, when you're having a batting average that high, you're also getting a nice slugging percentage at 514. Still waiting for his first major league home run, though. He, in only 1 RBI, has 16 hits, only 19 total bases, 3 doubles. Grauer was a bit silent 2 days ago, went 0 for 4 against the Tigers, but on the 10th, yesterday 1 for 3 with a strikeout. A July 8th game did boost his stats, though, a bit against the Tigers, 3 for 4 on that day. But yeah, just not slugging the ball too much, but a breath of fresh air for this Athletics team, especially, like I said, with the injuries of Geloff and Nick Kurtz, that they're going to really need someone like him. 1 minute till game time. I'm hoping that this is actually true and the Hudson will be able to deliver the ball at that time. Usually, though, with how MLB games work, they are a couple minutes later than expected. I'll shift over to keep the scoreboard. As the 41 and 53 Athletics take on the 48 and 45 Chicago White Sox. Athletics just trying to snap a 7-game losing streak. White Sox hoping to get the edge against the Cleveland Guardians, who both teams won their games yesterday. Guardians 49 and 46, White Sox 48 and 45. I think the White Sox are in first place, I believe, due to their better head-to-head against the Guardians. I do have to watch out. Twins also near at 3 games behind. And the Detroit Tigers 4.5 games behind. They are on a tremendous 9-1 record in their last 10 with a 6-game winning streak. Obviously, I'm going to say a lot about the Tigers. But Brian Hudson on the mound warming up. It is 2:10, but our first pitch will probably be 2:12. This being an Eastern Standard Time. That was the wrong scorecard. Getting that scorecard out for myself, as it will be Jacob Wilson to lead off for this Royals team. I was hoping to get the upset. Bullpen game today for the White Sox, heading into this All-Star break. As Jacob Wilson steps into the box, Lefty against righty. Here we go. First pitch will be in there for strike one at 1:11 Central Standard Time. Wilson, not that much of a power hitter, only 380 on the slug, but good average in the 270s as he takes one on the outside for ball one. And 1-1. He's going to hit one high into right field and very easily playable to Brandon Montgomery for out number one. I think I said Brandon, I meant, Braden Montgomery. So 3 pitches and a fly out to right field. That will bring up the DH, Tyler Soderstrom. 79 degrees on the south side of Chicago. Wind 10 miles left to right field. It is a bit cloudy, but weather looks very nice today, as there's going to be a four-seamer very much on the outside to Tyler Soderstrom as we get not strike one, ball one. Soderstrom, 14 home runs on the year as he's going to line one to shortstop for a nice play by Acuna, who with the shift was a bit more to the middle, making a great dive and stop to the right of the second base bag. And it's the beautiful dive from him and a quick jump on his feet to fire it to Vargas at first for out number 2. So a nice line drive by Soderstrom, or a line drive grounder, but he is retired. That brings up the all-star Shea Langoliers, who takes ball one outside. Langoliers will get to start on Tuesday, as his start today, just a fly ball to right field again for Montgomery to secure for out number 3. 2 flyouts to right and a ground out to short on a nice dive and play by Luis Angel Acuna to make it a quick 1-2-3 inning. That will bring up the White Sox lineup, as we'll take a look at that. For the White Sox, it will be Randall Grichuk, followed by the 2 All-Stars, Munetaka Murakami and Miguel Vargas. Colson Montgomery, your cleanup hitter. Chase Meteroff, batting 5th. It's Braden Montgomery, who got those 2 catches out and right. Luis Angel Acuna, Junior Perez, and then Drew Romo, your 9-hole hitter, as the catcher. For the Athletics defense, out and right is Lawrence Butler. At center is Henry Bolt. It's going to be Carlos Cortez. Out and left on the hot corner will be Josh Kuroda-Growler. At short is Jacob Wilson. Second, Jeff McNeil. First base, Jonah Heim. And behind the plate is Shea Langoliers for Gage Jump. Jump in his rookie season, like I said, in his past 2 starts, did get pretty shelled out there. Hoping to return to a game as June 24th at San Francisco. Went 5 innings, only allowed 3 hits, no earned runs, did not get a decision. Also in 5 innings, a nice 9 strikeouts. As we go back to the scoreboard for Randall Grichuk to lead off. OPS for the first 7 hitter, or not 7, OPS for the first 5 White Sox hitters, all above 700. Grichuk near an 800. Murakami and Vargas both above 800. They're having a nice season. Jump, just trying to lower that opponent OPS. It is above 700, as the first pitch to Grichuk will be outside for ball one. I feel like that can be an issue with rookie pitchers, too. Like, they have a decent start as MLB hitters are trying to get to realize how to fight against these pitchers and see their kryptonites. And then you get a bit later into the season, and that's when they can really snap against you. Foul ball by Grichuk. Here comes the 1-1 to him. It will be fouled again, 1-2. Last night's game, though, White Sox able to just have a, like I said, just wallop the Athletics 14-1. As the 1-2 to Grichuk. Just outside on the curveball would have been beautiful if Jump was able to just place it in there, but unable to do so. Count goes even, the 2-2. Line shot to down in first base foul territory as the I don't even know how to say the first base coach for the White Sox having to just a complete dive by him as had a drop to the sit-in position on his butt. So count 2-2 still to Grichuk, who fouls another one away. 4 foul balls for him to great Jump in today's ball game. Two and two. It will be fouled down the left field line. For the first 4 innings of game yesterday, or first 4.5 games or innings of yesterday's game, the score was 0-0. As the 2-2 again. This time it will be in fair territory. It's going to be to Grauer, who's playing more like a shortstop with the shift, but he will be able to retire Grichuk on the run for out number 1. So White Sox able to see Murakami, like I said, 1 for 5 in yesterday's game, got that golden sombrero with 4 strikeouts, as he's going to take a huge hack at that 4-seamer at the top edge of the zone, but swing and miss. Lefty on lefty, Jump delivers. Another 4-seamer, this time more near the outer edge for strike 2. The 0-2 in the dirt, not even close. Just trying to get Murakami to swing at the dirt pitch. Murakami also 2 AAA games during rehab. Has not, I don't think, had a minor league stint before. Signed out of the NPL, the 1-2 4-seamer way outside, count even. It's the southpaw Chris Murphy to loose up, as Hudson a bullpen pitcher. It's going to be a bullpen game for the White Sox today, as here's the 2-2 by Jump. As a liner, that will, a nice diving play on the knees. By McNeil, as he almost overthrew it to Heim at first. Heim able to reach up a bit, though, and secure it for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down for the White Sox. Jump, though, having to pitch against Grichuk and Murakami. Grichuk, I think he had 5 foul balls against. As the first pitch now to the other All-Star on this White Sox team, Vargas, as he's going to check swing on a pitch that will go all the way to first base for Heim to secure for 3 unassisted for out number 3. 1, 2, 3 for both teams, as we'll see Hudson's day most likely over, as he was able to just get a quick job done of going 1-2-3 against Wilson, Soderstrom, and Langoliers. Well, let's see where these teams are going afterwards. Got the rubber game 3 tomorrow, 1:10 Central Standard Time again. And then for the Athletics, it's going to be just a quick home stretch against the Nationals. I don't know why this is not scrolling for me. There we go. It's going to be a quick homestand for the Athletics against the Nationals. And they take a road trip to face the Diamondbacks out in Arizona. And then they will go a lot up north to face the Twins. Kind of happening to the White Sox as well, as after the All-Star break, they get a road trip where they go immediately up north in Toronto to face the Blue Jays. And then they go just take a huge trip down south to face the Texas Rangers with no day off in between. Athletics, in between their Twins and a Diamondback series, they do get a day off. As I guess, yeah, Toronto, Texas, I mean, that's still a lot of travel, but more north-south, but Diamondbacks to Twins do get some of that jet lag. I guess you get jet lag both in both situations. But it's Chris Murphy for the White Sox to get his start today. Or I guess not start, as he's relieving Hudson. Lefty on righty to go, as it's going to be Jonah Heim to lead off, as he's going to take a wallop on that slider, but it's just going to go very far down in the second deck in left field. Foul ball, though, not a home run. Heim's going to have a blooper to short, but it's going to be Acuna who had to just track that ball down to avoid the bloop single, able to make a nice catch on the run for out number one. Acuna also had that nice dive and play to retire Soderstrom in the top of the first. Oh yeah, MLB draft day today as well, as it's going to be Josh Kuroda Grauer. Like I said, as he takes strike one, has just been on fire in his first 30 or so at bats, hoisting a 420 batting average as he does it again, a bloop single out to center. The rookie is waiting for his first major league home run, but he'll settle for being the first base runner in this ball game. So Lawrence Butler will get a runner on first with one gone to start his day. Southpaw against lefty as Butler fouls one away. The 0-1 to Butler will just nicely clip that bottom edge for strike two. Butler in his fourth major league season, as this just not been his year. Right on that Mendoza line, as he is able to just out before Montgomery, as he crashes a bit into the tarp. He's all right though. Just sort of a fender bender out to hit the tarp, unable to track that baseball down. Count remains 0-2. But yeah, OPS plus of 64. He is 36% worse than the average major league hitter right now. As the 2 just on the outer, just outside for Murphy, so Butler will stay alive in this count. The 1-2. Sweeper won't get him to bite. 2-2. Murphy looking for the first White Sox K, but Butler will foul this one in left field territory yet again. Kuroda Growers still on first base for the Athletics as they hope to strike first and snap this losing streak, the 2-2, as Butler will see another as that ball being high, full count. Butler, like I said, not hitting well this year, but we'll see if the Athletics go for the hit and run, the 3-2. We'll have to wait yet again as that goes foul. Or at least I hope it's a full count, as White Sox scoreboard says the count is still even. There we go, full count. As the 3-2 one more time, we'll also have to wait as a pickoff attempt to first base. Grauer back safely. (3-2). Not even close, as almost hit Butler as he had to dodge the 79-mile-per-hour curveball, so not the toughest thing to do. But Butler walks, and that will put the first runner on scoring position today, as White Sox hoping it wasn't the White Sox hoping that Murphy's able to just get out of it and hope that it would have not been better to keep Hudson in that second inning. As strike one to the 7-hole hitter Carlos Cortez. Hudson, like I said, had that 1-2-3 inning. I believe just a pitch count of 10 as he was able to work through quickly against Wilson and Langoliers, as this ball's hit pretty well to right field. It's going to be Montgomery on the run as, that ball gets well away. Kuroda Grauer is able to easily get to third. He will stay there. A lot of weird baseball happening as I believe Kuroda Grauer was retreating to second base on the fly out as he thought Cortez was able to get it just past Montgomery, who was shifted well to the left, but just to throw that completely to the wide right of third base, allowing Grauer to get to third and Butler to get to second. But with two gone now, that gets rid of the sacrifice fly. White Sox definitely charged with an error there. As we'll see the second bullpen arm warming up, it's Eric Fetty. As it will be up to Jeff McNeil to give the Athletics a much-needed early lead. It will be lefty against lefty. McNeil, the two-time All-Star, just not, like Butler, not hitting the ball well this season. McNeil also the veteran as he swings and misses for strike one. A two-time All-Star. And it's a bit sad to see as an average at 28 as has a bad insult in his career. As he'll take one high for ball one. It is 326 Mets in 2022. Been a Met his entire career until 2026 as he'll swing and miss a second time on the curve, 1-2. As he was sent to the Athletics. It's his first season with a negative WAR as well as an OPS plus under 87. As the 1-2 to McNeil will be on the outside edge. He'll be able to foul it off. 1-2 is away for ball 2, hoping to chase on the slider. But that one being far into the right batter's box, just not going to have McNeil bite. Murphy looking for a quick end, the 2-2. As is it here? That one into left field, going to be a tough play, but a nice diving catch by Randall Grichuk on an almost bloop single to make it a 2-0 game. But it is for naught. I don't even know what I'm saying. As McNeil just can only throw up his hands in frustration for out number 3 instead of a 2 RBI 2-out single. So to the bottom of the second we go. White Sox are hoping to get their first base runner of their game, as Murakami and Vargas were both retired. But they have Colson Montgomery, who's having I'd say a pretty good sophomore season, as he'll lead off for these White Sox. Montgomery hitting .222, but has a nice slug of .476. Fifth place in that Rookie of the Year vote in 2025 for the American League. As who did it go? Yeah, that one though, going to Nick Kurtz, and that one, yeah, just no one else was going to get it. Jacob Wilson got 51% of the share, but yeah, Kurtz, all the first place votes going to him after getting an OP over 1 in his rookie campaign. He is on the IL though, as the White Sox hoping to make this a much easier series with that in mind. Get ready for Montgomery to lead off against. Hoping for another good start after going on his last 2 starts, getting just kind of shelled. As first pitch to Montgomery will be in there for strike 1. That's a big thing, too. You could be hitting .222 on the year, which obviously isn't the best, as that one's fouled away. But if you're hitting, I think it said, 23 home runs before the All-Star break, your team's going to be completely fine with that, especially if you are, as a matter of fact, the cleanup hitter. The 0-2. Oh, he was completely fooled by that sweeper. It's not even close to the strike zone, as Jump's able to send him down on a swing and a miss. First strikeout of this ball game on 3 pitches to Colson Montgomery. As that brings up Chase Meadroff, the 5-hole hitter of this White Sox organization, also in his season. A bit shadowed by Montgomery, as that's going to be swung on and foul for strike 1. But Meadroff also having a nice season. Just a bit above average major league hitter. Definitely more notice with his handle at second base. But as he's going to take a half-hearted on a swing and a miss for the high fastball, 0-2. The 0-2. As Meadroff able to stay alive, taking an outside curveball. That's something that always gets me. I immediately pay attention if the first batter strikes out on 3 pitches in the inning, just to hope to see an immaculate inning. I did get to see one against by the Diamondbacks. Unfortunately, it was against the Tigers, as Miedroff's going to foul one away. Count remains 1-2. As this one lined nicely into right field for a base hit, as second baseman McNeil just not even close to that one, as Miedroff just completely beats the shift. McNeil hovering more behind second base. This one just looks like it split the Red Sea. So that being the first White Sox base runner today. It's kind of similar to the Athletics, as their first base runner also coming through the number 5 hole hitter, Kuroda Grauer. Montgomery is able to foul one away for strike one. The 0-1 to Braden Montgomery will be fouled for, I think that got to the second deck in right field for someone to get a souvenir. A bigger lead for Miedroff, as we'll see if the lefty jump goes for a pickoff attempt. He does not there. The 0-2. This one line to right on a nice dive and play by Butler. And was able to just go on the knees for him just to make that nice catch. Good thing it did not get past him, as that would have been an easy run scored. But instead, 2 gone with a runner on first for Luis Angel Acuna. 233. But unlike Colson Montgomery, just not really slugging the ball that much. Only 1 home run this year for him. A lot of former Nets. I mean, you did see McNeil. Luis Angel Acuna also a former Met, as he fouls one away in his first pitch to him. Before that was a pickoff attempt from Jump. He's been hitting really hot, though, since June 1st in his last 23 games. 395 batting average. He hopes to get things back on track, as he'll foul one behind Langoliers to the right of him for strike 2. That's sometimes what you need. I mean, Dylan Dingler just got injured in that Athletic series, and Jake Rogers has just gone off since then. He has just played in 3 games, though. You need a bit, at least about a week and a half to realize if MLB hitter's really making a surge or not, but Acuna obviously proven that he's looking for a second half turnaround, as he's able to just lace one into center field for a base hit. Miedroff will be held up at second, though. 2 hits for the White Sox and 2 gone. So, like the 8-hole hitter Jeff McNeil, the 8-hole hitter for the White Sox, Junior Perez, will have a chance to give the White Sox an early lead. McNeil almost was able to do so. Looped one right between Grichuk and I think it was Acuna, but Grichuk able to make a nice dive and play to end the top of the second. Wouldn't have just been 1 run, it would have been 2, as Butler was on second base, Grauer on third. The 0-1 to Perez will just be swung on and missed for strike 2. Perez only being in 17 games this season. He's got to find something quick, only hitting 167. As the 0-2, swing and a miss. Two runners on for both sides in the second inning, but none come across. As we head to the third, it will be 9-1-2 for both sides. As Henry Bolt and Drew Romo will get their first at-bats for today's game, and then for the Athletics, it will be back to Jacob Wilson and Tyler Soderstrom, as we'll most likely again get a new pitcher for the White Sox. Go Sox. I appreciate it. I'm going to say as a Detroit fan so much, but as a Detroit fan, I honestly love, obviously I'm going to root for the Tigers, root that they can make a comeback in the division, but I really respect the White Sox. I like their, just the type of grit they've displayed. I hate the Guardians, that's all I can say, but yeah, it's third inning we go. As I'll try to find the stats of, I think, what was his name? I think it was no. Oh, that's when the top of the third starts again. I can talk about Henry Bolt, though, who's in his rookie season for the Athletics. He's patrolling center field and honestly hasn't been too bad. Around an average hitter that's been doing in that center field position, has a few home runs on the year. There we go. Eric Fetty, that's his name. This veteran relief pitcher. 85 innings this season. Just, yeah, I'd say an innings eater you could really go to. 4 wins on the season, 6 losses. He started in 9 games. Does have a bit of a high whip near an will face, who I talked about, Henry Bolt, had a nice rookie campaign. There's been a lot of nice rookies this year, as this one's to third for Colson Montgomery. Bolt almost able to, on a pretty bang play, beat that out, but he will be retired for 1 pitch, 1 gone. Back to the top of the order for Jacob Wilson, who flew out to right field his first time up. Oh, and that one almost got to his hands. Wilson able to just dodge out of the way. As there's ball 1 well inside. 1-0. I think Wilson was just a bit of anxious after that first pitch, as there's a sweeper near the middle of the zone for strike 1. Even count that one off Fetty, I think, but it does get to the second baseman, Meadroff, who was behind the bag for out number 2. Let's see, a quick replay. I think it did get past him if it got behind the mound. As Fetty had shown no sign of pain. So just a quick 4-3 ground out. First pitch to Soderstrom will be in there for strike 1 on the sinker outside. 5 pitches, 2 gone. That strike 1 being his 6th pitch. And it's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Ten have come up for the Athletics today. No strikeouts yet. A lot of flyouts and groundouts as the 0-2 just high for ball 1. Jump was able to get a pair of strikeouts in the bottom of second, a must-needed strikeout against Junior Perez to strand two, as the 1-2 did not go. And I was getting a bit of, that third base umpire getting a few boos by the fans here at Rate Field today. Count now even, the 2-2. Outside, ball 3. Sostrom able to show some nice discipline by taking 3 balls after the 0-2 count. The 3-2. That one right back to Fetty, who's able to just secure it in a blink of an eye. So 3 ground outs, 1 to third, 1 to second, and 1 straight back to the pitcher to get a quick 1-2-3 inning. So it'll be Romo, Grichuk, and Murakami for the White Sox. As like I said, Murakami just trying to bring back that flash of potential. I was going to say when talking about Bolt, there has been a lot of good not hitters, just rookies in the American League. You got Kevin McGonigal. Obviously, I'm going to talk about him. But yeah, you got Bazana, Murakami. Bolt, like I said, has been doing really well. You're going to see a lot of these pretty well AL rookies that are just going to be, I don't want to say ignored, but just with all how many rookies there are this year and how well they're performing, they're kind of just going to get overshadowed. I mean, you also have guys like Tolbert, who is also, I think he is also a rookie, who had that 12 straight plate appearances. Oh, this is his second season, but still 12 straight plate appearances where he was able to get hits in all of them to tie the league record. He did only play 64 games in 2025, so season. Actually, he only did play 32 games his first half of the season as well, but anyways, to the bottom of the third we go. 2 runners on in that bottom of the second as White Sox interview Sean Burke, who had a splendid game, 7 innings pitched, 9 strikeouts. It was just able, even if he had an atrocious day, be on the mound, as that's going to be fouled away by Romer in the Athletics dugout. The 0-1. Swing and a miss on the fastball, 0-2. Drew Romo behind the plate today. That's a big thing to look at as Romo takes ball 1, just how these players do ABS challenger-wise. Both teams have not challenged yet today. We'll see if that changes. Romo just, in his 102 at-bats, just not really hitting the ball at all. 14 for 102, giving him a bad average of 37 as he's able to take one easily in the dirt there for ball 2. But this number 9 hitter can really set the inning if he's able to get on base for Grichuk, Murakami, and Vargas. As the 2-2. Just inside for ball 3. Romo also just trying to find his footing. Well, obviously you saw with the batting average as the 3-2. Oh, called strike 3, as that one may have just clipped the outside edge. That's what is concurred by the home plate umpire. No challenge by Romo, as Jump has his third strikeout of the day. That brings up Randall Grichuk, who was 0 for 1, grounded out to a Grauer at third base in his first at bat. First pitch changeup looked silly on. Not too silly, but just a changeup way low behind the strike zone that Jump's able to get Grichuk to swing and miss on. 0-1 will be down past the third base line. Down left field, Grichuk's on his way to second for a one-out double. He will get there standing up as he celebrates to the White Sox dugout, as that gives Murakami a chance to get his second RBI this series. I didn't see what hit he got, could have just been a single, but did get an RBI in his sole hit in yesterday's ball game. Murakami grounded out to McNeil at second. First pitch to him in the dirt, but a good block by Langoliers to keep it to him. Yeah, 1, 2, and 3 for the White Sox. All grounded out to start in the bottom of the first, but good signs by Grichuk, able to get just a screamer down the left field line. The 1-0, Langoliers appeals to third, but no chances. Murakami held up for ball 2. The 2-0 pitch. Outside even more this time by Jump as count goes to 3-0. Obviously, there's a lot of dangerous 2-3 for spots on teams, as the 3-0 Murakami was just swinging for the fences to get the first runs of this game, but will miss to make it 3-1 on the four-seam fastball. The 3-1. Called ball 4. Langoliers is going to challenge, as it seems like on the virtual strike zone it was just low, and it was 0.8 inches below the strike zone. Murakami is on with a 5-pitch walk. Is that the thing? Murakami's really, in his first MLB season, a dangerous hitter, but now he got the all-star Vargas coming up, as well as Colson Montgomery. So now Jump is going to have to face a righty, as he's able to luckily just get one on the top edge of the right corner for strike 1. Vargas had a kind of check swing in his first at-bat that just went right to Heim at first base for a quick out number 3. This one well into the dirt. The pitch showed it kind of just hitting the green before it got to Langoliers, who's been making some nice blocks behind the dish, but Jump's really going to have to find his control, as he's nearing 50 pitches on the day. The 1-1. This one to third base, though. 5, 4, 3. It's a double play. Nice handles by Grauer at third base, as he's able to easily send that to McNeil at second for a quick double play and kill the inning for the White Sox as we head to the 4th. Nobody has struck first yet, as it will be 3, 4, and 5 to face. I believe it will still be Fetty for the White Sox. like I said, it's been a nice innings eater for this team. Has not recorded a save in the 857 and 2/3 innings he's played. It's more of a his 183 games played. He started in 152 of them. Has kind of bounced around the majors. Did play for the Nationals and was on that 2019 World Series winning team, but after 2022, the Nationals were like, we're done. We don't want you. As he went to play in Korea in 2023. And then that 24 season, he went with the White Sox, just did absolutely tremendous. ERA of just 3.11, started in 21 games, went 7-4, and that was that White Sox team that that was the 24 season where they did have the 121 losses, right? Yeah. So Fetty back on the mound. First White Sox pitcher today to pitch a second inning, as the first pitch to Langoliers will be just low for ball one. Langoliers the fly out to right field to make it a 1-2-3 inning in that top of the first. I don't know what just happened, but the count went to 2-1 to Langoliers. As I guess they were showing what has happened in the White Sox organization. You had that cycle last night by it was Tristan Peters. MLB draft is happening. The White Sox with they had the first overall pick. I'll look after this inning to see who they picked up, as the 2-2 pitch will be well outside on the fastball to make the count full. 3-2 to Langoliers, swing and a miss on a nasty sweeper. That's the first strikeout of today for the White Sox pitching staff, as it brings up Jonah Heim, who flew out in his first at-bat. Yeah, that breaking ball, just a lot of movement to the left at the very last second on that Langoliers swing. As Heim's going to just shoot it right to first base on a nice just bullet catch by Vargas, who's able to toss it to Fetty for a quick out number 2. So Kuroda Growler comes up as literally every MLB team tries to figure out how to retire this guy. White Sox did get to contain him a bit yesterday, as he only went 1 for 3, but did get a nice bloop single to start today. Did get to third base on a botched throw by Montgomery in right field, as he takes one high for ball 1. Growler looking for his first big league home run, as hoping maybe on that one does go to a knee on the yet again a nasty sweeper by Fetty for strike 2. The 1-2. That one to first base. That's going to have to be a quick play by Fetty, as, hopefully he's okay, as may have been hit a bit, or spiked a bit on Growler just charging to first base, but he is okay. As didn't really get fully stepped on, but that one close to being disastrous on a foot race by Fetty and Grauer. Another 3-1 to end the top of the fourth. As bottom of the fourth we go, 4, 5, and 6. Montgomery and Meteroff looking to do dangerous work. I do remember I did stream the White Sox a bit recently ago when they were in the Bronx against New York, when it was Andrew Benintendi pinch hitting, and on the first pitch he saw, he had on the first pitch he saw a grand slam after just being pulled out of the dugout to pinch hit and that completely changed the game. I think it was tied 1-1 and went from a 1-1 to a 5-1 game. Let me look at that White Sox the pick for the White Sox. Yeah, the draft is underway. Right. Who will White Sox take number? They took UCLA shortstop Roach. Hopefully I'm saying this right. Roach Cholosky. I am so sorry to all the White Sox fans out there who had to hear me say that. And I did get a comment from All-Star Dodgers. Please go see his work. Great streamer of the game. Go Las Vegas, Sacramento, Oakland A's. Yeah, last play to end the inning. Oh, so what happened was Vargas kind of bobbled the ball a bit. Fetty, his right foot kind of slid in on an angle just in front of the first base bag, which caused Grauer to accidentally spike it. Obviously, no intent from him. As first pitch to Colson Montgomery will be strike one. Oh, not even close, as a sweeper in the dirt, and Montgomery just took an absolute swing and miss to that. Count is 1-2, not 0-2. Just missed the first pitch ball. Jump at 51 pitches, but a nice bottom of the third inning. Did surrender a double and a walk to Grichuk and Murakami, but was able to have his defense work for him and get a 5-4-3 double play as Montgomery takes ball too high. Even count and the pitch. Swing and a miss by Jump. He has strikeout number 4 on the day. As it's the second time Montgomery is retired by the strikeout as Meteroff comes up to the plate. Who, unlike Montgomery, is hoping to actually repeat what he did, as he was able to single on a sharp grounder to right field, as McNeil and Heim nowhere close to it, just perfectly in between them, as this first pitch just high and popped up to McNeil, who's able to easily call for it for a quick out number 2. Like I said, though, last night, for the first 4.5 innings of baseball, no runs scored, as it wasn't until that bottom of the 5th inning where the White Sox were able to tack on 4 runs. And then 6th inning went completely quiet by both sides, as Montgomery takes one low for ball 1. And then the bottom of the 7th inning, Athletics were able to get their sole run of the game. But then the White Sox, 8 runs to just completely end the game. And then they were like, let's just add 2 more runs in the bottom of the 8th inning to finish this game 14-1. Montgomery fouls one away, count is even. As the 1-1 from Jump. Nice slider that gets into the outer edge for strike 2. White Sox have not challenged yet. Athletics only have one on an incorrect challenge from Shea Langoliers behind the plate on that Murakami walk, the 1-2. No question, right down Broadway. And Montgomery is just like a house standing on the side of the road for strike 3. Jump has 5 strikeouts in today's game. As we go to the 5th inning, it will be 6, 7, and 8 for the Athletics. Favorite team for me is the Tigers. Like I said, though, I don't really have a hate and bone against the White Sox. I just really don't like the Guardians. But yeah, I'd say a close second, especially with the mid-2010s. I really liked the Mets, and I think that was especially because of Yoenis Cespedes. He, a former Tiger as well. I kind of rooted for him when he was on that Mets team that did win the 2015 pennant, but I really can only feel bad for them. There isn't really a worst MLB team this year so far, as the Royals and Angels are still over and over 400, which you don't like to have a 400 win percentage season, but it's not like the end of the world. But the New York Mets, who are just completely spending, they just have all the money in the world with their new owner. I completely forgot his name. Steve Cohen. Just all the money in the world. They're getting literally anyone they can, just like the Dodgers. It's just not been working. That, especially with Lindor, it's just not been the greatest, as it's going to be Butler who takes strike 1 on a beautifully placed pitch by Fetty. Butler walked in his first plate appearance of today, as the 0-1 will be just high on the sweeper. Fetty, 2 scoreless innings, was able to get 1, 2, and 3 in both of them. So 6 up, 6 down for him. And it will be 7 up, 7 down, as yet again, it's going to be a ground ball to first base for Vargas as he tosses it to Fetty. That has happened 3 straight times. Fetty is all right, though, after getting spiked by Grauer. As Carlos Cortez will step up to the plate. He had that fly out to right field where a bit of a sign of life for the Athletics, as just a complete wild throw by Montgomery out in right field to third base when Grauer was heading back to second. That got Grauer to third and Butler to second base, but McNeil on a near bloop single just caught by Grichuk, count 2-0 to Cortez. Just a nice catch by Grichuk to prevent a 2-0 early lead by the Athletics. The 2-0 from Cortez will be well outside for ball 3. Six ground outs by Fetty. He has the sole strikeout today for the White Sox pitching, as he's able to just prevent a walk on a sinker that clips the upper edge for strike 1. The 3-1 from Cortez, or to Cortez. He's going to try to just smack one down the right field line, but it goes foul. Nice field and play by the ball boy out in right field. Count goes full. Fetty only 30 pitches in. For those that just joined, he started in the third inning. It's a bit more of a bullpen game today. As the 3-2, this one hit pretty well to center. As good thing for Perez, he didn't lose his foot in just trying to track that ball down for a line out to center for out number 2. Jeff McNeil will get his second appearance, who, like I said, almost had the 2 RBI single that was just caught on a dive-in play by Grichuk. First pitch, this one grounded to first base, and yet again, for the 4th time today for Fetty, it's going to be a 3-1 in the scorebook. As 9 up, 9 down for the Athletics against Fetty. To the bottom of the 5th we go. It will be 7, 8, and 9. It will be Acuna, Perez, and Romo. Acuna with one of the 2 hits for the White Sox today. Perez and Romo, both of them each have one of the 5 strikeouts that jump pass today. But yeah, I guess I can check the draft board, the MLB draft board. That'd be a fun thing to do. I'll do that. I can also check the current scoreboard for MLB teams playing today. Did get that Pirates Brewers 12 p.m. start time in their doubleheader. Pirates were able to just win by 1 run, 7-6. Angels Twins playing. Twins up 3-0. Hoping for that White Sox upset to the Athletics so that they can inch closer to the Central Division. Rockies and Giants get started in just 50 minutes on the West Coast for 5 p.m. Eastern start time, 1:05 Pacific. Same with the Yankees, Nats, and Brewers and Pirates in their game 2 of their doubleheader. Do have a lot of 4 p.m. Eastern start times, Mariners and Rays as well. Guardians and Marlins and Red Sox and Mets. Well, the bottom of the 5th we go. I'll get that 2026 draft post this bottom of the 5th. White Sox broadcast booth, alternate, red polos with the more realistic, or the white sock with the wing. First pitch to Acuna will be in there for strike 1, but will easily take the 0-1 change up well outside and high. So yeah, Acuna, if he's able to just keep up this hot hitting he has this last month. And yet again, he will, as this ball down the left field line. And with the shift, Cortez not even close to the ball, as it's just going to be a stand-up double. Single and double for Acuna on the day, as the White Sox are hoping they can finally get something brewing. It took them the bottom of the 5th in last night's game to score 4 in the inning, as Junior Perez will come up to the dish. Did strike out swinging in his first at-bat. As the four-seamer on the first pitch to Perez is going to be well high for ball 1. Let me just add that. Third White Sox hit for today. Second double as Grichuk was able to double down the right field line in his second at bat, as the 1-0 just completely speared by Jump, and good thing Heim was able to secure that, as he took a look back to second, and Jump just wanted to get a quick out, number one, fired it to first base on a throw kind of near the dirt. Heim didn't have to scoop it, but was close to having to do so, as that will keep Acuna on second, as Romo comes up to the dish, fouls one away for strike one. Romo struck out looking in his first at-bat, as he's just trying to find anything to keep him on a major league roster. The 0-1, did he go around? Yes, said the first base umpire. So an 0-2 count, and called strike three. That was just a nasty four-seamer that just got that inner upper edge. So Romo strikes out looking for the second time today. That brings up the K total to 6 for Jump. And he's just going to hope he can retire Grichuk here after surrendering the leadoff double. First pitch to Grichuk, high slider for ball one. 3 outings ago, Jump was able to pitch 5 scoreless innings against San Francisco. And if he's able to retire Grichuk here, great chance for that quality start. Below 70 pitches at 68 after getting Grichuk to foul one into the right field seats. The 1-1 to Grichuk. Fouled away. It's the third inning for the White Sox. They were able to put someone into scoring position. Did it in the second and the third inning. The 1-2. That one fouled away again. And they called double plays the inning killer for a reason. Grichuk was able to double down the right field line. Murakami was able to walk. And then it was Miguel Vargas who shot one to third to Grauer, who was able to make a nice double play. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. After giving up the leadoff double, Jump is able to pick up K number 7. As he's just been able to have some clutch in him today. The 6th inning we go. It's going to be Bolt, Wilson, and Soderstrom, just like the top of the 3rd inning. That inning they did go 1-2-3. It has been 1-2-3 these past 3 innings on a dominant outing by Fetty. The Athletics do need this. I will agree on that. As they were just trying to get their first series win in a month and their first actual win in a week. 7-game losing streak for them. I did say I was going to check that draft board. The thing is, with Major League Baseball, you kind of... It's just more, like, obviously for first-round picks, they are going to, especially first overall picks, they're going to be not detrimental, huge for the future to come. But the first thing is, you're going to have to prove yourself in high A and then go to double A and triple A. It's just much different compared to the NFL and the NBA and the NHL. I think the NHL does have kind of like a minor league system, but then Grady Emerson, the second round pick. Why don't they have? This is a bad draft where they don't show what uh, team they're going to. Grady Emerson second, Justin LeBron third. Having a name like LeBron, a beautiful name. And 613 picks too in the MLB draft. As first pitch to third base, yet another ground out for Fetty. Has just been completely fooling the Athletics today, having them get on top of the baseball and just spike it into the dirt. And for the second time today, Bolt has ground out to the third baseman, Colson Montgomery. Going to easily make that play. Jacob Wilson, another ground out victim in his last at bat, grounding out to Meteroff at second. First pitch to him just got the outer edge for strike one. He as well has flew out to the right field of the other Montgomery, Braden, in his first at bat to start this ball game. He'll take ball one. A 1-1. Outside sinker for ball two. Wilson, that second place in AL Rookie of the Year votes. Yeah, but with his teammate Kurtz, as we may finally see the first Athletics hits if it just stayed fair. Wilson almost perfectly beat the shift. We have seen a lot of that today, but to no avail as it just kept on hooking into foul territory down the left field line. Count will go even to Jacob Wilson in his sophomore year. The 2-2. Another ground ball, but Wilson will probably beat this one. Montgomery on the bare hand, and to no avail as Wilson's able to easily beat that out on the infield single as Montgomery was shifted a bit more back. That one actually pretty close. That being the first hit for the Athletics since the second inning, and their first hit, or their first base runner against Fetty, as he was able to retire 10 straight to start his day. He is a ground ball guy, so if he's just able to get Soderstrom to get on top of this baseball as well, don't have get an easily tailor-made double play here. First pitch to Soderstrom, well below for ball one. As he grounded it back to Fetty to end that top of the third inning. The 1-0 yet again well below the zone for ball two. We will see if the Athletics do try to do some small ball here. Count 3-0 to Soderstrom. Wonder if it is because of Wilson at first base. The one time did have that all-star season last year. It's 3-0 to Soderstrom, 4-pitch walk. Yes. We'll see if he does like the complete opposite of what Jump has done today, as Jump has been put in a lot of hot water. 2 doubles given up 3 times when a White Sox has made it to scoring position today, but has been able to just retire pretty much the next guy to prevent the White Sox from scoring their first runs today. But after giving up his first base runner, Fetty goes straight to the 4-pitch walk, and now you got to face a dangerous Shea Langoliers, who's looking to get his first hit of this ball game. Has the only strikeout on this Athletics team so far today, and he's going to strike out again if he does that. Just a sweeper near the dirt, a swing and a miss from Langoliers. You also got to know, too, Fetty is definitely not going to give you something well high in the zone. He's going to try to get you one to good on top of, as there's yet another sweeper that Langoliers just takes an absolute swing and a miss at. Whew. So maybe thinking fastball, but like I said, with a double play situation, I don't know why you'd be thinking that. The 0-2 to Shea. Not the double play, but you'll take that. After two complete hacks by Langoliers, he just completely takes the sinker that's beautifully in that bottom left edge for strike 3. So 2 strikeouts on the day for Langoliers as Jonah Heim steps in 0 for 2 with a flyout and a ground out to first. It is righty on lefty, though. First pitch sweeper nicely on that outer edge. The 0-1. Outside changeup and high. Count even. Wilson on second, Soderstrom on first. It's the Athletics' first time they've really, I think it is the first time they've seen a runner in scoring position. As that one well inside to Heim. It's ball 2. Fetty nearing 50 pitches. It's the White Sox the White Sox fans hoping he can just get a huge out number 3 here and hope his boys can get the bats started today after 5 innings of scoreless baseball. Fetty looking at it to make it 5.5. He got Heim to foul on that last pitch. Count is 2-2. The 2-2. Heim able to stay alive on a pitch well outside. Just using his entire arms just to extend and just get a nibble at that ball. He's able to put it decently in the air, too. That was shocking. The 2-2. Swing and a miss on the high cutter. Heim slams his bat in frustration as the first inning Fetty gets under pressure. He's able to just deliver a pair of strikeouts for him. That triples the amount of strikeouts he's had in today's game. Only had 1 in the 3 innings prior. As we go to the bottom of the 6th, 5.5 innings of still scoreless baseball. Woo! So I need a drink of water after that. Let me see if that, let me check CBS for that 2026 MLB draft. So the Tampa Bay Rays select Grady Emerson, a shortstop as well, like Cholosky. It's going to be Von Lackey, a catcher for the... Oh, that was just a projection by a perfect game. The Twins take Von Lackey from Georgia Tech, a catcher. First pitcher off the board will be Jackson Flora. He will go to the San Francisco Giants. He's from University of California, Santa Barbara. It's going to be Derek Curiel. He's the first outfielder from LSU. Obviously, LSU, think of Paul Skeens. Zion Rose, the outfielder, selected by the Royals from Louisville. I'll try to get the first 30, and then that should be good. Eric Booth Jr., selected by the Orioles. I think the first high schooler off the board. Oh, no, the Rays selected Grady Emerson, who's also from high school, Fort Worth Christian. So there's your first 7 picks in this first round, as White Sox shown Family Cam. Jump looking for a huge quality start after his last 2 starts before this game that went where he completely capsized. First pitch to Murakami, swings, check swings, not going to hold up for strike 1. The 0-1 Murakami just skies this one high to center field. When is this ball going to drop? It drops then, as Bolt will easily get under that for out number 1. So 1 gone in the bottom of the 6th. That will bring up Miguel Vargas, who had that huge double play ground out that prevented the White Sox from, White Sox from getting their first tally on the board. First pitch, high curveball. Oh, what a backhand! What a backhand! Oh my goodness, they're going to show this on a Sports Center or something. Jump an amazing backhand, but almost completely ruined it as he threw the ball completely high to Heim at first base. Heim had to jump for that ball, but Vargas, just in frustration, was not going to make a hustle to first base after a beautiful play by Jump. Yeah, as one of the broadcasters for the White Sox says, out of 100 attempts, you're not doing that. 1-0 count to Colson Montgomery. He's struck out twice today. As Jump has really it's been the ground ball and the strikeout game for him today. He's picked up, I believe, 7 Ks on the day, 2 of them being against Montgomery. It's the 1-1 just outside for ball 2. And with this being a scoreless game, you can honestly have a cleanup hitter. You could really use a cleanup hitter just hitting an absolute nuke to finally put something on the board. Wouldn't be a huge lead, just 1-0, but with how pitching has been today by both sides, 1-0 can just be enough. 3-1 to Montgomery. He took that pitch, but it will be called strike 2. It looked like it did get that outer edge. Montgomery almost had walk number 1, but he's going to have to just try and prevent the hat trick. The 3-2 fouled away. Jump will likely, if he retires Montgomery here, get a 7th, at least get to work a little bit in that 7th inning. He's at 81 pitches. The 3-2 again. Ball 4, that one well outside on the fastball. Montgomery's on for his first time today. as that keeps the inning alive for Chase Meteroff, 1-for-2. Only single for the White Sox today. The other two hits, doubles, coming from Randall Grichuk and Luis Angel Acuna. Oh, wait, no. He's 0-for-2. Acuna has 2 of the 3 hits, so if Meteroff's able to get on, it would be very nice to see Acuna come to the dish. 1-0 count. Oh, no, wait, Meteroff is 1-for-2. Oh, I completely messed that up. That is my... Oh, no, the White Sox have 4 hits. Okay, that's what I'm doing wrong. That was the biggest snafu on my part. Meteroff's 1-for-2, and the thing is, you're not even going to get Acuna on deck. He's in the hole right now. Braden Montgomery's on deck, as the 1-1's below the strike zone for ball 2. Okay, I think I have my things in order. Jump at a 2-1. He delivers. That one to left field. That's going to go down the line. And yet again, Cortez was shifted to the right. Let's see. They're going to send him around. Here comes Montgomery. We have our first run of this ball game. Another double by the White Sox. And they are finally on the board. Meteroff 2-for-3 now on the day, as that brings up Braden Montgomery looking to do his work. 0-for-2, but did get a nice, line out to, but it was right to Butler in his first at bat. Single would make it a 2-0 ball game. 17th double on the season for Meteroff. I should have learned his name before we go into this. And instead of the quality start, that will be Gage Jump's night. 1 earned run given up. I'll take a look at who's coming on the mound. It's Luis Medina. So he will be tasked to just retire Braden Montgomery in this situation. 4 years. Leave all of them with the Athletics. Yes, sir. It's been a decent guy you can go to. A bit of a high whip, as it's sitting 1.5 on the dot. But a sub-4 ERA, can always use that. Has just started 1 game this season. I guess did start first season was 2023, but did not play in that 25 season. He sustained an injury. But he's come back much stronger compared to his 23 and 4 season. Had a WAR of 0.5 in those combined 2 seasons. WAR right now is at 0.6. Meteroff really well. Well, I guess that's kind of just with all hitters. You tend to do better when you're facing a guy for the 3rd time during the day. But yeah, Meteroff had a nice 326 batting average the 3rd time he faces the same guy. Medina's still warming up. I'm not sure what's going on. Could be a pitch com violation. Oh no, I think it's just the mound. Yeah. complaining about, believe it is the Landon spot. So the White Sox grounds crew will get that figured out. I don't hear the crowd too well, but usually when a opposing pitcher has an issue like this, you're going to get booed. But grounds crew coming to fix that mound. As Brandon Montgomery tries to tally some more runs for the White Sox with Meteroff on second. Showing a Tristan Peters, who was mic'd up in yesterday's game. That's actually incredibly lucky getting his cycle. Could talk about, go back to the draft board. We do have an athletics draftee on the 8th overall pick. It's Drew Barres, also from with the Yellow Jackets of Georgia Tech. He's an outfielder getting drafted. AJ Garcia drafted by the Braves, 9th overall. Rockies could use someone in the future. Tyler Bell, shortstop. Chris Hakopian from Texas A&M. And Jared Grindlinger will be 12th, as Medina is warming up now. And I think we are almost ready. As Montgomery tries to extend this lead. I'm running out of things to say. So after the slight delay, the mound has been fixed. As the first pitch to Montgomery, way inside, as the home plate umpire says it did clip his foot. That may ultimately have been better than if it didn't, since if that doesn't hit his foot, that ball gets away and will easily sends a meter off to third base. It does set up the force play on first, second, and third, as Luis Angel Acuna steps in. Medina's got to watch out. 2 for 2 on the day, single and a double, as Acuna swinging for the fences as that ball fouled behind home plate. 0-1. Sean Newcomb's going to warm up after a very good outing by Fetty. Slider 0-1. Just a complete swing and a miss. Swung out of his shoes for strike 2. The 0-2. Oh. And just like Langoliers in the top of the 6th inning, where he swung at 2 and completely missed, Acuna is going to take swing at 2 pitches and completely miss and just take the third pitch for strike 3 in and over. We finally do have our first run of this ball game, as the White Sox do strike first in the bottom of the 6th. That will bring up the Athletics 5, 6, and 7 coming up, as it looks like Sean Newcomb will relieve Fetty after starting his day 10 up, 10 down, and then did give up that single to Jacob Wilson, and then a 4-pitch walk to Soderstrom. And he was just like, I got this. Against the starting catcher, Shea Langoliers, he was able to retire him on 3 pitches, and then strike out Jonah Heim on a swing. So take a quick peek at Sean Newcomb's stats. has pitched for a decent bit, has been a former athletics player, did play in their 23 and 24 seasons when they were. I think he went. The weird thing was he went to Boston in 25 and then went back to the Athletics where he pitched really well. Now 26 on the White Sox, having a very relief pitcher very well season. 1.8 WAR, ERA near 2.5 at 2.58. 3 saves on the year, which is nearly half of the 10 years he's played in the majors. 7 total for his career. As he hopes to be a nice setup. Keep this a 1-0 ball game, as Joshua Kuroda-Grauer is looking to say otherwise, as he takes a sinker and just smashes it, but it will go foul near right field. Grauer has one of the 2 hits for the Athletics today, as the 0-1 will be high. Oh, this at-bat actually started 1-0. White Sox forgot to add that on the scoreboard. Count is 2-1. And forget what I said about Newcomb. It's Fetty, as this ball's hit pretty well to left field. That one's going to get down. No one can stop Kuroda-Grauer in his rookie campaign, as he has a leadoff double. And we'll see if this is Fetty's day. So Newcomb was warming up, as I hear, that's going to be the end of Fetty's day. After 4 scoreless innings, he can only hope that Newcomb is able to keep this a 1-run lead for the White Sox. So that will bring up Butler, Carlos Cortez, and Jeff McNeil. All of them combined 0 for 5 with a walk coming from Lawrence Butler in that top of the 2nd inning. I don't care if I jinx this. Since I really, being able to just watch a baseball and commentate it, I don't really care. But yeah, this game has gone pretty quick so far. 3:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's an hour 40 since this game has started, and we are into the top of the 7th inning. Good amount of pitch and changes. Well, especially for the White Sox, as they started this day with Hudson, then went to Murphy for the 2nd inning, and then Fetty to pitch the 3rd through the 6th, as Newcomb will come out hoping to prevent a huge run for the Athletics. The Athletics just desperate this season. They need something to turn around for them. Because if you lose this game, that puts you on the risk of losing tomorrow, and with that, a 9-game losing streak into the All-Star break. And obviously you can go, okay, well that's a chance to be like, okay, we can start fresh, we can start anew. But it can also lead to, this season's completely over for us. And just very demoralizing. Oh, count already 0-1 to Newcomb, or for Newcomb, as it will go 1-1 for Butler, who was trying to lay down a sacrifice bunt. With that out in the top of the 5th inning by Butler, he is now below the Mendoza line at 199. Pickoff attempt, as Newcomb did not make a forward motion. That was really close, though, to being a block. The 1-1. Fastball low and away, ball 2. Newcomb, a huge help for this White Sox team as the 2-1, yet again, just trying to prevent that bunt, but now you have to deal with a 3-1 count against Lawrence Butler. We'll see what Butler does, as a walk here would set up the double play opportunity, and that's going to be exactly what will happen. I don't think Newcomb wanted that, though, as it's a 5-pitch walk to Lawrence Butler. That does set up the double play, but with Butler being the one to get the walk, that's just very demoralizing, especially with that below Mendoza line average. Butler has his second walk of the game, though. That brings up Carlos Cortez, who's 0 for 2. Flew out to right and lined out to center in his first 2 at-bats. The first pitch will be a slurve, low for ball 1, as Romo's just going to talk to his pitcher. Just not a good start for Newcomb. We did see in that last inning by Fetty, he was able to, after giving up the single and walk, get 2 strikeouts to end the inning. Getting a Let's Go White Sox chance at right field, hoping to keep their lead in the AL Central Division against the Guardians, the 1-0. That one inside for ball 2, and Romo is going to challenge that, but I think that was easily ball 2. Yep. Looks like more than an inch inside. Yes, sir, 1.5 inches. White Sox now down to 1 ABS challenge, same as the Athletics. Grauer second, Butler first, the 2-0. It's going to be 3-0. Oh, I completely didn't even see that. We have a new pinch hitter as well. It's going to be Thomas for the Athletics. So Cortez's day is over. The 3-0, finally a pitch in the strike zone. It's 3-1. A 3-1 fouled away, as count will go full. Athletics hoping to tie this ball game back up. Newcomb gets set. Thomas in the batter's box. Lefty on right. Second and first. The 3-2 pitch. That one into second. Oh, I thought that could have been a bloop single, but that one just not the distance, as it's right to Meadroff, as that one may have been a single foot in outfield territory for out number 1. So Thomas is retired, and Jeff McNeil will also have his day over, as it's going to be Alika Williams, as the Athletic in the kitchen sink trying to end this losing streak. First pitch high, fastball and away, as Romo had to just fling his glove to that pitch. Williams hitting pretty well, just a bit above average as a hitter, as the 1-0 will be fouled away. I think he did just get traded from the Pirates to the Athletics. As the even 1-1. Did he go? He did. Check swing, Williams couldn't hold up. Williams steps off. He gets set. Hoping to drive in Grauer, the 1-2 slurve outside. We did see a double play killing in that one being on the White Sox in the bottom of the fourth, or bottom of the third. The 2-2 will be fouled away. When Miguel Vargas grounded to third on a double play that prevented the White Sox getting their first run. That had to wait till this previous half inning in the bottom of the sixth. Young kid catches a souvenir, the 2-2. This one into right center field as it's going to be caught by Montgomery on the run. And Guerrero he didn't get back. I said his name wrong too. Grauer did not get back to second. He took a huge lead in front of second base. Will the Athletics challenge? They will. Oh, let's keep it I'm going to try to keep it the top of the seventh inning for now, as we'll take a look at this challenge. Grauer and it looks like his left hand did get in to the second base bag. Grauer took a huge lead took a decent lead to just in case if that ball did hit the ground, and Montgomery almost completely just smoked him at second. It looks like Grauer did in fact get back. They will have to zoom in on that play. So we'll see if this is either stretch. And call is overturned. So the inning is still alive for the Athletics, but they have to go to their number 9 hitter. So a line drive, but just not enough speed and just right or near Montgomery's territory. We'll have it 2 gone, 2 on for the Athletics, as that will bring up Henry Bolt, unless if they do go to a change, as the Athletics have pinched hit the last 2 batters. First pitch, swing and miss, strike 1. As it is Henry Bolt, who was grounded out right to Colson Montgomery both times today. 0-1 pitch slurve, just got that bottom edge, 0-2. The 0-2. Swing and a miss on the high fastball. We go to the stretch, still a 1-0 ball game. As Newcomb, after giving up the 4-pitch walk, or 5-pitch walk, it looks like the alarm bells would ring for the White Sox, but he's able to just cruise on the mound to take us to the stretch in the bottom of the 7th. It's going to be Acuna, Perez, and Romo. Oh no, Acuna got retired for that last out. So it's going to be Perez, Romo, and Grichuk for the White Sox. I'll also try to see who is added to the defense, what defensive changes the Athletics made, as Cortez's night is over. Same with McNeil. McNeil, the second baseman. Cortez, the left fielder. For the Athletics, these 6 innings today. We'll take a quick look at the draft picks too. 13th, Trevor Condon from Etowah High School, Georgia. He goes to the Cardinals. Jacob Lombard, he's also a shortstop going to the Marlins. Diamondbacks take Ryder Helfrich, catcher from Arkansas. Rangers, Gio Rojas, a left-handed pitcher from Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Florida. Logan Hughes gets picked up by the Astros for pick number 17 from Texas Tech, an outfielder. Justin LeBron, there we go, the 18th pick to the Reds, a shortstop, Alabama. Liam Peterson, a right-handed pitcher for the Guardians. We start this inning with, it's going to be Peters who had that cycle. So Perez's night is over as Peters will fly out to center. One pitch, one out. Peters, though, last night able to pick up the 7th cycle in White Sox history. But he will be retired in his first at-bat today. As Romo steps in 0 for 2, pair of strikeouts caught looking. Medina stays in this ball game after retiring Acuna. A much-needed out number 3 with Miedorf on second, Montgomery on first, as Romo takes strike 2. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Third time today Romo has been struck out. This being the first time he's struck out swinging. And it was on 3 pitches by Medina. It's going to be Hogan Harris in the Athletics bullpen, a lefty. As we go to the top of the order for the 4th time today for the White Sox, as it's Randall Grichuk, who's 1 for 3 with a double. Oh, and nearly a hit by pitch as Medina nearly on the slider just got Grichuk. Luckily, with the spin to the left on that slider, it avoids Grichuk. 1-0 count. That slider, though, much more effective as it's down and away for Grichuk to swing and miss at. The even 1-1. 1-2, four-seamer near the outer edge. The 1-2 for Grichuk. Slider, he's able to put it decently into left field, but under it is, I believe that is just Thomas in replacement for Cortez for out number 3. Quick 1-2-3 inning for the Sox. They still got that 1-run lead. I'll take a quick look at that draft board again. As Liam Peterson, a right-handed pitcher from Florida University, picked up by the Cleveland Guardians. Let me just refresh this to see. Okay, we do have more picks. And our first Tigers pick. Jake Schnaffer, shortstop from North Carolina, picked up by the Red Sox, pick number 20. Coleman Borfwick, third baseman, South Walton High School, Florida, picked up by the Padres. The Tigers in pick number 22 select Cameron Flukie, a right-handed pitcher from Coastal Carolina. Nice baseball school. Cade Townsend, right-handed pitcher from Mississippi, picked up by the Cubs. Ace Reese, third baseman, Mississippi State, drafted Mariners. Trey Ebel, shortstop from Corona High School, California, drafted by the Brewers. But yeah, Athletics White Sox game will be tomorrow afternoon. Again, like same time, 1:10 p.m. Central Time. But yeah, Athletics definitely hoping to this 7-game losing streak. Definitely don't want a 9-game losing streak heading into the All-Star game. I think they are 1-9 in their last 10, as they were able to beat the Dodgers, which was the last one they had before starting this losing streak, but the Dodgers did beat them in the series 2-3. As this one's hit into right field down the line. Wow, that was first pitch, and it's going to be a triple to start the inning for Jacob Wilson. Holy cow. And the White Sox, they're going to look into that, as that was a close play at third base. And they are not going to challenge. Oh my goodness. Down the right field line, Braden Montgomery had to wait for that ball to just settle. And a nice throw, I believe that was, Montgomery to meter off. But Wilson able to just swipe in there on the leg first dive. It's a leadoff triple to start the top of the 8th. Wow. And that will give Soderstrom a chance to finally put the Athletics on the board. Unlike yesterday's game, 1 run can do miracles. As this one's to shortstop, speared by Acuna. Holy cow. Out number 1 was a doozy, as that one saved run number 1 for the Athletics on a nice dive and play. Acuna turns, gets up, makes sure Wilson isn't gunning it to home. So a big out number 1. As now Newcomb will be done for the night, just hoping like how he prevented in the top of the 6th inning, or top of the 7th inning, Fetty, Newcomb prevented him getting into, him preventing Grauer from scoring at second base. He's going to have to hope that Grant Taylor can prevent Jacob Wilson, who is at third base, though. You do have to play Shea Langeliers. So far today, the White Sox pitching has been dominating against him. Langeliers is a flyout, as well as a pair of strikeouts. That one strikeout in the top of the 6th inning where there Wilson was on second base, Soderstrom on first, a huge strikeout look in. As Taylor, a much better sophomore season than his rookie campaign, had an ERA near 5 at 4.91, did pick 6 saves on the year. Only started 2 games, 36 total. Pitcher at 15% below the average pitcher, but now he's near 50% better than the average pitcher in 2026. ERA of just 2.89, and is hoping for a huge 2 outs to strand Wilson at third. We have seen an Athletic at third base. That was the name of Grauer in that top of the 2nd inning. He was on second base, got to third on a wild throw by Montgomery. And with 2 outs, Jeff McNeil came up to the plate, nearly a bloop single, but was unable to drive in was unable to get that ball to hit the grass. So here we go. Langoliers up. Took strike one and then ball one high. Was just hoping to get under one pitch. Just send it to the outfield. The 1-1. Oh! Slider, swing and a miss. A huge strike two. The wave is starting for White Sox fans, hoping for a big out number two in this top of the eighth inning. Can Taylor deliver the 1-2? We'll have to wait and see. Foul ball, Langoliers. In 3 days, he will be in Philly catching for the best AL pitchers. We're right now hoping to deliver, but he will stand and watch a four-seamer hit the strike zone for out number two. Oh, like the top of the sixth inning, with a runner in scoring position, Langoliers yet again takes strike three, looking at his third strikeout today, and that brings up Jonah Heim with 2 outs. Righty on lefty, though. That one too short. Acuna has it on the backhand. The throw. Got him. And yet again, White Sox pitching in pressure has delivered as a standing ovation to Grant Taylor after a huge strikeout. As we head to the bottom of the eighth. 1-0 still. 2, 3, and 4 as well for the White Sox. Like I said, a dangerous 2, 3, and 4 in the names of Murakami and Vargas. Both of them playing in this All-Star game on Tuesday, as well as Montgomery, not playing in the All-Star game, but a dangerous slugger. 23 home runs on the year for him, I believe. Easily leads the White Sox. Yeah, Murakami does. Murakami would have more, though, if he did not get that injury last month. Murakami has been pretty quiet this series. Now 1 for 7. Did pick up a walk in that top of the third. That's all, or bottom of the third, but that's all for him today. Vargas 0 for 3. Montgomery 0 for 2 with a walk. So we'll see. It will probably be. They will probably be over for Medina. As the Athletics were having somebody warm up in their bullpen. And a good job by Medina today, coming in for Jump. Jump also a very solid outing, 5 2/3. Just gave up that run off that Chase Meteroff double. But Medina able, after Braden Montgomery, able to retire 4 straight, and that bottom of the 7, 1-3 of the 7. So, yep, it will be Hogan Harris for the Athletics, hoping to keep this a 1-run ball game. It's been solid for the Athletics, 6 saves on the year, 3.51 ERA, has not suffered a loss, as Murakami takes a strike 1 on the outside edge. The 0-1 bottom right corner fastball in there, strike 2. Both teams also with 1 ABS challenge left. The 0-2 swing and a miss on the fastball. After injury, Murakami has just been dominated by Athletics pitching. 5th strikeout he's had this series. So come up to Miguel Vargas, not having his day, 0 for 3, including that huge double play ground ball in the bottom of the third. First pitch nearly past the left field line, or nearly fair down the left field line, but will be strike one. Oh, 1 will be a high fastball, count even. That foul ball nearly gloved by Grauer. Athletics hitting has not been up today, but Grauer is not the reason. Foul ball by not Acuna, Vargas, 1 and 2. As Grauer 2 for 3 on the day, including that double. As he will be due on the top of the ninth as the 1-2. This one straight to center for Bolt for out number 2. I wish I knew Spanish. Maybe just translate that to see it. First pitch to Montgomery outside for ball 1. Lefty on left, Harris doing a good job retiring the first 2 as the 1-0 beautifully placed curveball bottom right edge, count even. The 1-1, just that bottom edge for strike 2. Like I said, both teams have an ABS challenge each that's going to be crucial in this top of the ninth inning. If you're an Athletics fan too, as the 1-2 swing and a miss high fastball, Hogan Harris just completely got the job done, and he can only hope that his teammates can make a comeback in this top of the ninth. But you got to feel somewhat upset as an Athletics fan. Leadoff triple from Jacob Wilson in that top of the 8th inning, and the Athletics just unable to get anything by. Soderstrom had the best chance as he almost hit one up the middle for a base hit, but Acuna gloved it on a beautiful dive and play and kept Wilson at bay at third. Langeliers has just not been his day today. 0 for 4 with a hat trick and strikeouts. I should have checked. I believe the scoreboard is correct. Oh, the Athletics do have 4 hits, not 3. I think I forgot to add that for the triple. But yep, 1 run total for the White Sox, 5 hits. 4 hits for the Athletics, just no total runs for them today. As they're hoping that the top of the 9th inning against the White Sox closer, that they can get a huge rally going. You don't need, it would be nice to get more than 1 runs, but that's it. You just need that 1 run. You do have your hottest hitter leading off in the name of Josh Corona Grauer, who's 2 for 3. He's got a double and a single today. Oh, I believe, yeah, Peter's in for Perez at center. I think that happened on the pinch hit in the bottom of the 7th inning. Not second. So top of the 9th we go, as it will still be Taylor who fires in strike 1 to Grauer. Grauer, no major league home run yet, but hitting a wicked 450 in his first 30-something at-bats, but this one right to short. Acuna's got it. Just a Taylor made ground out right to short. Grauer, great game today. But the rest of this team just unable to get anything brewing. Wilson almost too. You gotta feel a bit bad for Wilson. Like I said, top of the 8th leadoff triple. Just unable for the rest of the team, where the rest of his teammates to get anything by. First pitch to Butler will be ball 1. I think challenged by Romo, but that one is going to be a ball. So the White Sox are out of challenges. The 1-0. 2-0 outside. Grant Taylor came into this game, and the top of the 8th is there's ball 3 on the curve. He came in the top of the 8th with 1 out, and Jacob Wilson at third was able to get a huge strikeout to Shea Langoliers as he pitches one right down the middle, but with it being a 3-0 count, Lawrence Butler did not bite. The 3-1, ball 4. Athletics have had 2 base runners on third base today, just unable to capitalize. Not an insane amount of runners left on base, but you just need, especially with just scoring 1 run in yesterday's matchup, you just need this. 7-game losing streak. Not a 1 series since this past month. They have been the worst AL team since June, as it's going to be Thomas who swings and misses for strike 1. The 0-1 slider high and just high for ball 1, count even. We haven't seen a stolen base attempt today. The 1-1 swing and a miss, strike 2. With this now being a 2-strike count and 1 out, with 1 out, do you send Butler? Alika Williams on deck for the Athletics, unless if they go for another pinch hitter. He pinch hit for Jeff McNeil. The 1-2. And they're going to get a challenge there. Looks like that fastball may have been just below the zone, but rung up for strike 3. We'll see. Ball 2, count even. Athletics fans, a sigh of relief, thanking God for ABS, as Thomas will see another. Even count, the 2-2. Swing and a miss on the high fastball. 2 gone. Taylor looking for save number 4 on the year. Alika Williams, last person to stand in his way. First pitch, curveball, clips the top edge for strike 1. Athletics 1 ABS challenge left, Chicago none. After 2 incorrect ABS challenges from Romo, here comes the 0-1 pitch. That one lined down the right field, but it will go foul. Hitting the netting. Athletics down to their final strike and would suffer an 8-game losing streak. The 0-2 in the dirt. Nice block by Romo. As a big block by Romo, too, as, like the broadcaster said, Butler easily in scoring position if that gets by him. White Sox fans on their feet. The 1-2. That one too short, and it's Acuna who has made has been just the golden glove of this game. A liner straight to him. And the White Sox will win the series and look for the sweep tomorrow. A 1-0 final. It's their 19th one-run win this season, tied most with the Phillies. The Athletics dropped to 8 games in a row they have lost. They are just hoping to get something running for tomorrow before this All-Star break. As I'll try to translate what the other comment said. Congrats on your bet cashing out too. But that is the final. That Athletics team is no good. Yeah, I can't really disagree with you. 8-game losing streak for the Athletics. The worst team in the American League since the month of June. As they drop to 13 games under 500. The White Sox 4 games over 500. As they just hope with the Guardians, bottom of the first against the Marlins. Marlins with runners on second and first, one gone. The White Sox will hope the Guardians taken out today so that they will be 1 game in front in the AL Central. This has been a Chinchilla Sports production. Final 1-0